everyone. Hi, welcome to Asian Women Mean Business and our Instagram Lives. We are having a week of Instagram Lives every day at 8 p.m. You will find us here. We're going to be sharing stories from our Inspire Club. We're going to be bringing you news and experiences. So hi, I can see there's quite a few of you here already. Hi guys, hi Kiran, hi Sim, hello, hi Lorna, hi, welcome. I'm so excited to have you all here. So we've not done a live, I've not done an Instagram live in 6 months. The last time we did these lives was actually when we were opening up doors and we wanted to share some of the stories that were coming out of Inspire Club. And I'm going to be honest and say I wasn't sure if we were going to do it again this time round. And it was only because the members and the ladies came back to me and said, we loved those lives. We learned so much about me and the other members, and it gave a taster of the energy and what happens in Inspire Club. And the one thing you'll understand is if you do decide to join Inspire Club, or if you've joined us today, welcome. I'm very, very open to feedback, and the whole point of having this platform is to use the platform to showcase what our women are doing. So I'm delighted to have you here. Our theme today is all around smashing through our comfort zones. So I'm going to be sharing some of my stories around how I've done that. We've got 4 other wonderful ladies from Inspire Club who have stepped up to share their stories and talk about what their experience has been about coming out of their comfort zone, any tips and hints and strategies that they can share with you. Hi, there's so many of you. Hi, I'm so happy to see you all here. Welcome. Hi, Gurbani, hi. And then if you've got any questions, you're welcome to put forward any questions. You can either hit the question button and I'll bring it up and answer it. But we are joined, I can see there's quite a few Inspire Club ladies that have joined us this evening. So if you have a question about Inspire Club, you're welcome to add it as a comment. And I'm sure that you're in really great hands here. I'm sure one of the ladies will be able to answer the question for you. So before we kick off with Rupi, I just want to start by sharing, our comfort zone is designed to keep us safe, is to keep us protected. And anytime we take a step out of that is something that is often when we're doing something that's going outside of the norm. And when we're going outside the norm of whatever that is for us, it will feel frightening. It will feel overwhelming. It will feel intimidating. But here's the thing. We cannot make any positive changes in our life if we don't step outside of that comfort zone, if we don't embrace that fear and utilize it. And one of the ways that I know to really cut back on the fear is to surround yourself with a community of like-minded women. Because what happens is when you have a community that is championing you, that has your back, that has a skill set, that maybe you're lacking. So if you don't know how to do something, the fact that, in Inspire Club, we're a community of nearly 200 women, actually more than that now, because of people who have joined us today. There's going to be someone in our community that can support you, that can hold your hand. And then there's a whole army of us that will help you get going and do what you need to do. And that's for some of the stories we're going to be sharing with you here. Can I just also say that our ladies have the best sense of humour. So if you're new and you're new to me and new to Inspire Club and there's going to be a lot of banter probably going on in the chats as well. But I think that's really important because that will give you a flavour of what Inspire Club is like, what the ladies are like. The fact is we don't take ourselves very seriously. I always say this, I take what I do seriously. So I take coaching and mentoring, I take my reputation, I take integrity and honesty, confidentiality very, very seriously. But actually we like to have fun, we like to have banter, we like to keep the jokes coming. So you're going to be seeing some of that as well. So let me bring up, without further ado, Rupi is the first one up. So give me a second, let me just bring her up. Here we go. Hey, hi Sandeep, hi, nice to see you. I love how everyone's putting their orders in with Lorna. I love that. Jad and hello. Rupi, hi.
Hi. I'm just reading all the messages of making me hungry.
I know, and I love that everyone's getting their orders in. And it's like, That's what we do as well. We do have that. Ruby, I'm so happy that you're here. This is your first Instagram live, right?
My first live, so you definitely took me out of my comfort zone today.
Look, why don't you introduce yourself to us and to whoever's watching, and then talk a little bit about the journey for you with Inspire Club and comfort zones, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm Rupi. I'm a wife and a mum of 2 young boys. 6 months ago, I joined Inspire Club, yeah, the last time the doors opened 6 months ago. And at that time, I'd literally been made redundant. I think I was working my notice period of being made redundant at the time. And you were doing these lives. And literally, there was something that was calling out to me. I mean, there was no stories that was the same when you were doing these lives. And there was nothing that was like really exactly what I was going through. But there was something that was calling me out. And at that time, I'd gone through the redundancy side of things, and I'm very lucky that I've got so much support from family and friends, and everyone was like, right, now it's your time to literally do what you want to do and really stop striving the areas that you want to be in. But for me, I really didn't know where I wanted to be. I knew I wanted to invest in myself, whether it's courses or I'd like signed up to various courses, and nothing was like really giving me that push in a sense. And I knew I had the time to take with my kids, but it was nothing really making me feel like I'm really achieving something. So at that time, I was like, okay, there's something about this, and I have to join, and I have to see what it's about. And literally, the way I thought of it, this is part of the investment that I need to make. So I joined 6 months ago, and fast forward, so during that time I did start freelancing. So fast forward to roughly around January time, I think everything went really slow on the freelance side, and I was looking for jobs and whatnot. So I reached out to yourself and I said that things are a little bit slow on my side. I'd love to obviously offer some support to the Inspire ladies because I do marketing, and if there's anyone that needs freelance work. And you said to me, just do a masterclass, tell them what you're all about. And literally my heart jumped, and I was like, oh my God, now she said it, and now I have to do it. Literally, that's one line that you said to me, and it wasn't anything else. You like, do a masterclass, and I was like, okay, I'll do a masterclass. But the best thing that you did to me was hold me accountable. You was like, right, when should I check in on you? And I was like, okay, I think I said something like next Tuesday I'll have something with you. And from there, I was like, okay, I've been asked to do this masterclass. Part of me was like, yes, I really would love to do something like this. But that part of me was so scared because I've never done anything like that before. And I started writing a few things up. And as I started writing a few things, I realized that this is stuff that I already knew. I thought it was all in my head, and I was like, I love this. Like, I love what I'm talking about. I love what I'm writing about. But one thing that you don't know is that what I did, I set the masterclass, but I did it for a lunchtime session because in my head, I thought no one's going to want to join.
So, is that why you did it at lunchtime? How sneaky.
There's not going to be, I'll say I'll do it at lunchtime, and there's probably going to be 1 or 2 ladies that end up joining, and that'd be fine because that's in my comfort zone. And literally I put it out, and I think on the first day I must have had my masterclasses, I try and keep them to 8 people. So that's in my head, like 8 people is manageable, where I can enough people to talk to. So so I think it was the first 2 days, I had about 6, 7, 8 ladies. As one started coming in, the second one, they were all saying, oh, can't wait for this, really want to look forward to this. I was like, oh my God, this is actually happening. And then obviously we spoke, and I said, right, the date's set, and this is when it's happening. And so the day came, and literally, I think I went over the 8 people. So I had a couple of ladies that went onto the waiting list. And as soon as I started the masterclass, oh my God, it was the best feeling ever. I can't explain to you. It felt like you've been in lockdown and you've gone to a party after all the lockdown. I don't know how to explain it to you, because I had like this step in me where it was just like the happiest moment of my life, honestly. Because as I started speaking, and the ladies, they were just encouraging me more and more, and it was quite fun. I don't know how to explain how much fun I had, and it sounds really sad because it's from a masterclass that I'm giving. And from there, I was like, right, I'll do my evening one now. And that's when you joined. And I was
No,
like,
because I did ask you, because I deliberately didn't join the first one, and then I did really want to join. And then so I said to Rupi, I want to join, but I don't want to overwhelm you, and you're welcome to say don't. And you were like, that's, well, I can't remember what you said to me, but you were like, that's okay.
I was honest. I was like, yeah, it is pressure, but it's good pressure. I wanted that pressure. I was looking forward to that pressure. And I really want, to be honest, when I started these masterclasses, I really would have loved to have you on there anyway. So like you were on my top of my list. I was like, I'd love to present to you. So as soon as you said that, I was like, yes, this is who I want on my masterclass. So that, as you know, I loved that one as well. And then from there, then we went on to doing masterclasses for ladies in business, so outside of the Inspire Club. So that's
And I
where.
think, can I just come in there, Ruby, because I think that's really important, because I loved your approach to it, which was, so when we're talking about our comfort zone, we can still take a step outside of our comfort zone, but keep it safe. So Rupi initially was like, okay, I'll just do it for Inspire Club ladies, because we know we're connected with a sense of, we have like an Inspire Club manifesto, the sisterhood come first, everything is with positive intent. If you're going to show up and support, you show up and support with love, and if you're going to give feedback, it's given with that love. And then I think you did a couple, and you were like, yeah, then you were like, I think I'm going to open this up wider. And that's another jump outside of the comfort zone, because now you're not in the safety bubble of Inspire ladies, it's other people as well.
Yeah, so I still had a couple of Inspire ladies in that one. So it still felt like I was still with my sisters and I had their support. And there was a couple of ladies outside of the outside of Inspire. So it still felt like I was still in my circle, but I didn't feel it was like a nice step out. So from there, I'm now going on to in April doing further masterclasses, like broadening what I'm going to be showcasing in Instagram and Pinterest, etc. So there'll be other aspects to it. So I'm like in the process, because I didn't realize because when I started writing these masterclasses, I didn't realize that I'd really be carrying it on. So now I'm in the process of forming more of an actual masterclass where people can have like a membership or something. Like there's plans being made. But the best part of this was the confidence that I ended up getting. So it's, as you know, I was searching for jobs at the same time. So I'd gone for a couple of interviews, and the best part of it was able to understand what I wanted from that job and what were my strengths. Because before that, having a job was a part of a checklist, being a working checklist. And I think that's every mother as well, especially in my age group. You just want to get that checklist. You just want to have that balance. But for me, I'd forgot where my strengths were. So I had these interviews, and now today I worked my first day in my new job, what I would call pretty much my dream job in a sense, because it's day, and it's been amazing. And you know what? It's exactly what I've been teaching in my master classes in terms of social media, email marketing. That's what I was looking for. And then the best part is the balance that I've been looking that I needed. So yeah, it's been a journey, but only within 6 months. So it's only the start of the journey, and it's just amazing what's been going on. And yeah, I'd say 6 months, but everything's just happened in the last 2 months of stepping out of my comfort zone.
That does sometimes happen, because the first few months you're finding your feet, and you're you're making connections, you're watching stuff, you're trying to soak it all in as well. And then when you're ready to leap, and this is the thing about comfort zones, and that's why we've called this smashing through our comfort zones. The minute you take action in one area of your life, what you're doing then is you're making a declaration to the universe. You're making a declaration about your self-worth, about what you're prepared to accept, about what you're prepared to do. Because Rupi, you actually had another job offer, didn't you? That came before this one. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So I had the other job offer, and it was the same wage package of what I've gone for now, etc. And it just wasn't really. It was marketing, but it just wasn't fitting with what I wanted, in a sense. I couldn't pinpoint. I even messaged you. I was like, I don't know what it is, but something's not telling. There's red lights, and I don't know what they are, and something's not feeling right. And I think, I messaged yourself, and I think Kaveeta, and I said, I really don't, like, I feel like I need to say no, but I needed that, oh, it's okay to say no.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah,
and
and I think that's really important because when you've been made redundant, it's really easy to give into the fear. And then if you have an offer, a job offer that's been made, and it's a similar wage packet, similar sort of stuff, that's the easy option. That's about staying in your comfort zone to say yes to the job. And I remember Rupi messaged me, and I had messaged Kaveeta, and Kaveeta are always aligned on this sort of stuff. And she said, I remember you said everything's great, but something is telling me that I shouldn't accept it. And my advice always is honor your intuition, honor that call, that thing that's coming within you, even when it doesn't make sense. But in that moment, and this is what I really want to get clear, is that if you go to someone else who doesn't get that, or if you go to someone who is tied to so if you go to your husband or your parents, and they're in a fear state, they're going to say to you, take the op, like, you're mad. Why wouldn't you want to take, because that's happened to me, by the way. I've accepted job offers previously because I've chased money or I've chased the status. And because people have said to me, why would you say no? And the only reason I had to say no was because I was going against my intuition. And at that time, that wasn't strong enough. My sense of belief in that wasn't. So when Rupi said that to us, I was like, I promise there's something else for you. If you feel like that, there's something else for you. And then, you went on to do these master classes, which, by the way, you've had loads of comments. And I know you're going to do something more because we've been talking about, I think there's an absolute need for what you're doing. And there's so many of us are like, we just want to pass our marketing on and have someone else look after it. And what was brilliant about Rupi's marketing is masterclass was that I'm quite savvy. Like, I do know, I never pay for PR, I never pay for marketing, I do okay. But I learnt stuff, and I remember I messaged you after, I was like, actually, I've had so many alarm bells go off and so much stuff go off about what I can do. So, and it's so amazing how that then was a springboard for you to believe in yourself and then get a job that is your dream job. And that was a happy day when you told us that. There were cheers all around because we were just like, yes.
One of the first people that I messaged as soon as I got it, and I was like, I have to let you know. But even when I told you about the job that I wasn't sure about, the best thing that you said, is it giving you happy vibrations? And I was like, I actually sit back and I was like, what kind of vibrations?
Keep it clean, yeah.
Sorry, it's after 8.
And that's a good point, because when we're thinking about our comfort zone, because I love what you said earlier as well, when I said to you, look, why don't you do a masterclass, like put something together, and you were like a bit nervous but also excited, and then when you got into the action of doing it, it was the excitement. And that is your body telling you, that's your intuition. So when we say happy vibration, energy, that's what we mean. Do you feel excited by it? Is it those butterflies, as opposed to the dread and the fear that we feel and the, oh no. And that's how we tap into our body and learn and understand what is it that our intuition is telling us about what to do. Rupi, so you joined 6 months ago, and so what has been your experience? What would you say to anyone that is thinking about joining and isn't quite sure what to expect?
So for me, the experience has been, well, I think these 10 minutes can't explain everything that's obviously that you can experience from Inspire Club. Honestly, I think the best part is that the stage that I'm at is that we all like laugh and cry together. And honestly, you're on that type of attachment where you get to, we haven't met any of these ladies because we've all been in lockdown in the last 6 months, etc. So, but they all feel like I know them. It's really weird, but it's so magical at the same time. But the best parts is obviously the master classes, and then there's a portal where we've got, for me, the careers portal was it was amazing because it literally, I've been on career master classes, and especially when I was made redundant, I was trying to find out loads of different things that could help me. But this one really stood out, like your knowledge and Soma's knowledge, and just like, for example, it was something that I could resonate with, because you mentioned, what was it? What's your current purpose? I can't remember the exact words that you mentioned. And it really, really made me realize, hang on, it's not a bad thing to think. what is my current purpose, because yeah, it will change. And right now my current purpose is my kids and my family. And I was like, why have I always thought that's a bad thing? It's like so much like information there. And then the sisters that are in this club are amazing. Like for example, Kaveeta, her vision boarding session, literally that's what set me off on my journey, in a sense, of wakening me up in this Inspire Club, where I was able to have that session and really figure out what I wanted out of Inspire and out of myself. So that's where everything, I feel where everything started rolling as well. And then on the day of my final interview, I think I had this panic attack before, a couple of hours before, and I had the kids at home. Well, I wouldn't say panic attack. I had one of those moments like, oh my God, I've got the interview, just like couldn't get my head in the right space. And I joined Rupi's meditation, and that literally put me in the right space that I needed to be in for that focus. And she said all the right things. And these are all like sisters that are just supporting each other, and it just out of their own heart and will. So it's not, they're not gaining anything. It's just out of wanting to help each other. And that's where I want to be with my masterclasses, is helping the sisters in this club, because there's amazing business women and like-minded women in this club that you can just learn off and strive with.
Yeah, I think that's so beautiful. And just, I mean, for those of you that don't know who are watching, so I have a background in HR. I've been in HR for 18 years and across corporate, NGO, local government. And we also have Soma, who's in the club, and she's a careers advisor. And what's really great is that we listen to what members are telling us. So we could see that so many were going through redundancy or were furloughed. So Soma and I came together, we put on a masterclass. That was the only masterclass actually I felt so strongly about, that we opened up to wider community outside of Inspire Club, because it was, I wanted to offer it to women who were experiencing that. And it was very tangible and practical. And so, and I'm not the only one. There's probably about 8 of us that have a HR background in Inspire Club, and all of them are great. Like, they'll look over your CV, they'll give you interview tips. I'm the LinkedIn queen, so I know what it takes to make a success out of LinkedIn. The other thing that we do is that we then share. So we'll share the content on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram, not just me, but the others as well. Because it's, you know, when one of us is successful, it's all of us are successful. We are part of the same unit. So when one of us breaks through, we all break through, and we want that. We want that for each other, from a place of just pure authenticity and love. So just from finally then, Rupi, if anyone is considering joining us, what would you say to them?
I would say, if you're considering, that means you need to be joining, because that's where I was, because I was considering, but I couldn't pinpoint what it was that was drawing me to you, and I ended up watching every live that week. But that's what made me, and if you are watching these lives and you are feeling something, then definitely get onto that list. And you don't know what's behind those doors, because it's a load of magic that happens there.
Yeah, it's like Narnia.
Yeah, and everyone's just so supportive. So yeah, if you are thinking of it, that means that you do need to be here.
Wonderful. Thanks, Rupi. I'll let you go, and we're going to bring on Gurbani. But thank you so much for being part of the sisterhood and being part of the community, and for doing your first Instagram live. That's brilliant. You smashed it. Well done, you. Well done. I think, and that's the other thing I just want to say while we're bringing up Gurbani, is the other thing that we do in Inspire Club is offer real tangible opportunities for growth. We don't just talk about it. So I'm not just coaching and mentoring. So it's things like, if you want to be a writer and you haven't had a chance to blog, well, write for our platform, you know, write for it, and we'll put it out there. Quite a few of our ladies have done that. And they then have positioned themselves as thought leaders, because what they have done is they've then sent that piece on to their CEO, to their managing directors, to someone higher up in their organization, and said, oh, this is what I've wrote. And it's been so brilliant for them. I know what it takes to be a success in the corporate world. I've done it. I've coached hundreds of others to do it. But I also know what it takes to be a success in the entrepreneurial world. And that's where I think Inspire Club is so different from anything else that we have out there. Because what we want is women to step forward who want to grow themselves. And whether that's a business, or whether that's your career, or whether that's personal growth, you know, you're a stay-at-home mum and you've decided that you're leaning into that season of your life. That's beautiful. But you want something for you. we will help you do that. We'll open up your world to other opportunities. So I'm just going to bring up Gurbani now and see if I can find her here and bring her up. And then we then have Inderpal, and then we have Kaveeta as well. Hi, Gurbani. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa.
Right.
Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So you also joined us 6 months ago. You were so look. Why don't you introduce yourself and share a little bit about your journey with Inspire Club and what it's been like coming out of your comfort zone?
Yeah. So my name's Gurbani, and I'm a mum of two. I've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I'm a non-practicing solicitor. So I took a career break to spend time with my children in their early years. And with Guruji's Kirpa and the support of some wonderful Gursikhs, we've created the first ever Sikh affirmation cards for children, and it's been amazing. We've become bestseller on Etsy and sold over 300 units with our first month and a half of trading.
Guru.
Yeah, so amazing.
And tell us a little bit about, what made you join Inspire Club 6 months ago, and what role have the Inspire Club as a ladies played in you bringing your product out?
So, well, I was going to talk about how I've stepped outside of my comfort zone in terms of
do it.
Joining Inspire Club was actually stepping outside of my comfort zone. So for me, since I've been blessed with Amrit, I've always followed a very simple formula of, will it bring me closer to Vaheguru? Will it help me in my Sikhi journey? If it does, then I'll do it and I'll do more of it. But if it doesn't, then I won't do it. And I was asking myself this question about the Inspire Club. And I knew other Gursikhs had joined, like Navrup Kaur Benji, Gursharan Benji, probably, and other Gursikhs as well. But I couldn't find the answer to this question, because I felt I needed to experience the Inspire Club to really know whether it was for me or not. But in that time of wanting to make a decision, I realized that I hadn't progressed with my venture. So I had this amazing product, but I had done nothing with it, and I wasn't moving forward with it because I just lacked the confidence to. So then I realized that that's how I made my decision to join. And I realized that I just needed to not just grow the business, but grow as a person, to develop myself, my skill set. And I knew that actually I looked into the members that were already part of the Inspire Club, and I knew that there was a lot of women that were running businesses from home, but also working full time and having young kids. So I was just like, amazing. And I wanted to learn from them and be inspired by them.
Can I just, 1 second, Gurbani? Just Priya has asked a question. I just want to answer this question. Is this group only for women in their 30s? Priya, absolutely not. Our youngest member is 23, Sandeep, and I don't like to use the word oldest. Our maturest member who is on this, I won't even mention it, is now 61, 62. So we go the whole remit. You do, the minimum age is 21. That's because we do talk about relationships, and I wouldn't feel comfortable anyone younger than that being part of our community. So, but I can see the sisters have taken care of that. So yes, Gurbani, sorry, please do carry on. So you had this project, and and I love the fact that you joined with the intention, and that you saw that we already had women in our community that were doing what you wanted to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'd just been a mum. Well, I say just, but I had been mum for 4 years, almost 4 years, and that's all I knew now. So I felt that I just needed to, like I said, develop and grow as a person, but also the business side of it. And I wanted to go on that journey to grow and to learn in a safe environment, in a supported environment where it's non-judgmental. So that was really important for me. But yeah, the other big step outside of my comfort zone was social media. So you already know this. I had opened an Instagram page and an account. I didn't even know how to navigate it. I hadn't been on social media for almost 7 years, and I had to learn on YouTube how to navigate it. And I had content ready, but I just did nothing with it for 2 weeks because I didn't have the confidence to put it out there. I remember sending it to you and other friends and saying, "Is it okay?" And everyone saying, "Yes, it's great, do it." But yeah, I was just holding back. So it was a lack of confidence.
And it's even more than that. I think, especially as women and South Asian women, and particularly if you're a woman of faith and a visible faith, when you're putting stuff out there, there's always a fear of rejection and a fear of judgment. And I know what that feels like. I remember it's a bit of a long story, but I remember when I resurrected AWMB, and I was so determined. I was like, no, I'm going to be behind the scenes. This is a platform about me showcasing other women. I don't want my face on it. I don't want my face on any of the social media. And it took me a good few months, maybe even 6 months, before I felt like, no, if I believe in this, and this is what I'm going to say to anyone, if you believe in your product, your service, your offering, whatever it is, you have to lead from the front. You've got to get out there and say, this is what I represent. But what I loved as well, Gurbani, was that actually you were so honest and vulnerable, and vulnerability is a superpower. So being able to say, I'm scared, I've never done this before, how can I do this, how do I get support, that in itself is stepping outside of your comfort zone. And then being able to know that you're going to be met with positive intention. Because I remember that one when you eventually were like, right, I'm doing this, I'm getting myself out there. And then you got in touch with me, and it was like literally 10 days before Christmas. And I take a break off social media twice a year. I completely come off. And Gurbani, I remember you messaged me and you said, Benji, can you send this? Can you do this? And the one thing I'm very clear on is boundaries. And I coach and mentor and teach everyone else about boundaries. And the only way that I can actually live my truth is by showing that. And at that point, I remember I went back to you and I said, I'm not coming back on social media. I'm not going to be able to share this. But there's another thing I want you to do. And this is going to be another step outside of your comfort zone. So do you want to share that story as well?
Yes, you asked me to contact other Inspire Club members. And so I did. I reached out to other members as well. And I told them what basically that I lacked the confidence to do it, but I just needed the support, and told them what I was trying to do. And to be honest, everybody supported. Like I was overwhelmed with the support and love that I received from everyone. But yeah, we in terms of the help that I've had from the Inspire Club, was you holding me accountable. So when you would say to me, it's amazing, but what are you waiting for? Like, what you doing? Get on with it. So that in itself was
gosh, that sounds really harsh when you say it like that. But yeah, coaching is kick-ass. You have to be held accountable, because if you don't want that in your coach. You don't want your coach to be, you need them to say to you, come on, let's get on with it.
Yeah, but not only that, like just your encouraging words and the support and the love that I've got from the sisters. I remember my first breakout session. For the first time ever, I shared this with people that I'd never met before, that I wanted to open my own business and I wanted to launch a new product. And the feedback that I got was just incredible. They made me feel like it was already a success, and that helped me gain confidence. But yeah, every step of the way, I've had so much love and support from all the Inspire sisters. And even the night before the launch of the product, so Casa Creations was out there now, but we needed to launch the product. We had such an overwhelming response from just everybody that we knew that it wasn't going to be possible to process all the orders via DMs on Instagram. So we made the decision to open an Etsy shop. And you put me in touch with Tina, an Inspire sister, and she literally stayed up with me past midnight to get this Etsy shop set up. And that in itself was so overwhelming for me. Like Tina had never met me before. We've never met. She has given me her time, her support, her love, and she didn't need to do that, but that was all in the spirit of sisterhood. And that my success is her success, and I've felt that from every single Inspire Club member. It's not just Tina, but Tina just went above and beyond, and I'm so grateful for that. So yeah, that's I've received so much support and so much love. I like Rupi said, it's not, I can't explain it all in 10 minutes.
Yeah, and Tina's on this as well, and I can see there's a lot of love for Tina. And the one thing I will say is we're a large community. We have over 200 women, and some of them have joined for the community, some have joined for the masterclasses, some have joined as an opportunity for self-growth and development. The one thing I am absolutely certain of is if you're drawn to me and you're drawn to Inspire Club, you're going to be a woman, you're going to be a heart-led, soul-led woman. There's going to be something in you that is going to be that open and compassion, empathy. And I can say with conviction that if I'm going to connect to people, and that's what I did even with Tina. Like, I've actually never met Tina. We've only connected through social media. And then she joined Inspire Club, and she's wonderful. So if you're not following Tina, do follow Tina at Vishwathar UK. And all it took was one message. I said, there's someone, this is what she wants to do. And Tina was just like, yeah, that's fine, leave it with me. And the wonderful thing is, and the magical thing is that there's so many stories that are happening in Inspire Club that I don't even know about. So you told me that, Gurbani, because you were so overwhelmed. I remember you messaging saying, she stayed up with me till past midnight to make sure my Etsy store was set up. She made sure she did this with me. And Tina has never mentioned that to me. Like, she's never said it. I then messaged her to say, Tina, that's incredible. Like, what you have done. Like, because here's the thing, when you have an idea, a dream of an idea, something that perhaps you've kept to yourself because you're so scared about how other people are going to react. If then you share that with other people and the first thing they do is stamp on it. Who are you? You're not going to be able to do that. What makes you think you're going to do it? Or I tell you, the worst thing people say to women, and this shuts us down, is if that was such a great idea, why hasn't someone else done it? And straight away we're like, oh my God, that's so true. That means it's a rubbish idea.
But can I just add that as like, you know, like as a mother, I've been a mother for 4 years, but as a mother, we empower our children, we support them, we want them to be confident and so that they can reach their full potential. I feel like I was a child taking my first steps into business, and these women were like supporting me and nurturing me and guiding me, and that's been my journey of the Inspire Club, that these women have just supported me in every way. And you know, when I joined, I've got to be honest that I knew I was different. Like, I'm a practicing Sikh, and my interests are different to a lot of the Inspire members. I don't listen to music. Just a lot of things are different. However, one thing that we all share is that we're all here to learn and grow together. And every sister I've met, met through this platform, we haven't met in person, but everybody is here just to lift each other and inspire each other. And I can say that that's been my experience so far. And I just wanted to add that before I forget. I've made notes, but I was so nervous. I knew I was going to forget what I wanted to mention.
Oh, Gurbani. So this is Gurbani's first live, and you've been brilliant. So you've gone in not even 6 months, in 3 months, from not being on social media to bringing your product out, for it being an Etsy bestseller, to now doing an Instagram live. It is such a blessing to watch you just grow and flourish, and others. And I love what you said, and actually I wrote it down, was, you know, when we have children, we always say it takes a village, because it does take a village. It takes a village to raise children. But I think that's the same with women. We need a sisterhood. It takes a community of like-minded women. So we're going to be talking about perhaps women who haven't been as like-minded later on in the week. But Gurbani, just before you go, what would you say to anyone that's still sitting on the fence and not sure about joining us?
For me, I'm a firm believer that Vaheguru brings everyone and everything that happens in our life just at the right time. And follow your intuition, but read the testimonials, because they're written from our hearts. And
they so are. And can I just say, so we have nearly 50 testimonials, current members, testimonials online. We have videos. There's been more. I've not been able to keep up. And usually when they come in, so even Gurbani, you've done a few for me, and there's a blog post coming out. I mean, the words they're just incredible. So there is no, I don't do BS. I don't do fake. I don't do, and I don't actually tout for testimonials. What I say to the ladies is, if you feel it's had an impact and you want to share with others what we do, could you send me some words? And then I usually get like reams, and it's I have to go to like font 8 or something to try to get it in. But yeah, read the testimonials, follow your intuition.
Yeah, and if and you can't decide, then there's only one way to find out. You'll have to join to find out whether it's for you or not. But I would also add that what you input is what you're going to gain from it. So I have gained so much love and support, but I've also worked really hard and put in a lot of effort. So if you're prepared to help yourself, then yes, there's going to be an incredible, powerful, supportive network of women waiting to welcome you and support you on your journey, whatever journey that may be.
Thanks, Gurbani. Well done. You were brilliant. I want to see you do more lives. You were absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm going to let you go, and we'll bring on Inderpal. Vaigur Ji ka Khalsa, Vaigur Ji ki Fateh. I just want to say as well on Gurbani's point about you will get what you put in. On Wednesday, our masterclass is all around stepping into personal power. I mean, that's what we're going to be talking about. It's a little bit like joining a gym and then expecting the fitness trainer to do the push-ups for you, and then 6 months later you saying, oh, I didn't get fitter, I can't bench press, I didn't lose any weight. You do have to put in the effort to be able to get back out of this. What I know we can offer, because here's the thing, I will give you more than 100% of my attention, my effort, my connections, everything that I can, and all the ladies here will understand. I will go out to bat for you. But if it's not being met the other way, there's not a lot I can do. Inderpal, hi!
Hi!
So lovely to see you. Introduce yourself.
Okay.
And introduce yourself.
Okay. My name's Inderpal, and I'm a wife and a mum of 3 girls. My eldest daughter's 13, and I've got a 10-year-old girl and a 8-year-old as well. I joined Inspire a year ago, so when the doors first opened, that's when
10 months ago. 10 months ago.
Yeah,
we launched in May.
Yeah, and basically, that came right at a crucial part in my life, in my own healing journey, and stepping into me, who I was becoming, and back then, when Inspire came up, I was contemplating whether to join, because I didn't really know what it was about, and I'd never joined like a sisterhood community like this before, so I didn't know what to expect. But I just followed my intuition and I joined, and from that day on, I haven't looked back. And that's why I'm still with Inspire, because it's just brought the best out of me. It's just helped me grow and pull off the layers that no longer serve me anymore. It just really put me into connecting to me as well on a personal level, and having that deeper connection for me, reach that I can radiate and have that connection with other people too. And actually joining Inspire was the first step of me coming out of my comfort zone as well, and meeting empowering women who maybe I wouldn't have ever met before in my life, and connecting to like-minded and high conscious vibrators, what I found as well, which was amazing, which was so good. And so that was the first step of coming out of my comfort zone, when I joined Inspire. And then after that, I've always been into spirituality, healing, and crystals, so I knew that I've had this sense of connection. And I always wanted to learn how to do vision boards. I didn't know how to start off. and what kind of, I'd seen them up with pictures and words, but I knew that it was actually on an energetic level, like what you put in and how it's all formed. And then when Kaveeta last year started her first vision board sessions, I put myself on it, and I was just like, oh my God, it's come at the perfect time. I messaged her and I was like, oh my God, Kaveeta, you better fit me in soon. I need to get this like sorted. And that was like the second stage of me coming out of my comfort zone, and connecting with Kaveeta was amazing. We've become really, really, really good friends now. And that was where the seed was planted for Pretty Elements, which changed my life. And if it wasn't for Inspire and meeting the ladies in here, Pretty Elements wouldn't be where it is, or it wouldn't be birthed. And that's like a massive thing it has come out of Inspire for me, as well as my own personal development and my own journey along the way as well. So that is where the seed was planted. I put it out there. I didn't know what was going to happen, or how it was going to, or anything like that. And then a couple of months after, and then workshops started to come through about learning and developing myself, and a deeper with crystals and jewelry making, and how it benefited me in my own healing and my connection. I knew that I wasn't given this gift, I would say, from Waheguru, to keep it to myself. I had to serve that, and I had to help others, because how it helped me, I had to share that. So, and then I just knew that this is it. I was just searching for ages. I was questioning my purpose, my own identity, and this really stepped that up, and I just found that all that layers that were coming up, something beautiful was just blooming from it. But it wasn't for me. It was like for everybody else. So when Europe in the Bend, you did like your workshop as well with about the small businesses. I put myself on that, and Rupi's marketing, like all the different workshops and masterclasses just helped me grow. I was learning something. I've never done anything like this before, but it really built my confidence. And all I got from everybody in Inspire, all the sisters, was just pure love, support. They believed in me more than I believed in myself at that time. And I'm still learning to believe in myself, which was a massive thing. Like my mantra is, I believe in myself. And on my wall at home as well, we put a quote up: if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. And that is just so empowering for me and my daughters to see every day as well. And they know that that I'm a part of this, and they've seen that how much of a change is brought into my life as well, not just the professional life, but my private life, and that comes first, my family life. And it's just helped me grow so much. Like, I find myself. I'm still finding myself. It's been amazing. It's been life changing.
And what would you say in the part to anyone who's not sure or thinking about it? What would you say to them about joining us?
So I would say that if you're looking for change, if you're looking to shift things into your life, if you're waiting or just don't feel that you feel that you're stuck or anything like that, then I would say, and you want to take your life to the next level, then join Inspire. Fill your cup before you can serve others, and you'll just get nothing but love, empowerment, support. It's just going to fill you up so much. And once you're full, and that's when you can serve. And I think that's just like the biggest thing for me. And I just feel that everybody is a gift to the world. So just go for it, follow your intuition, and just do it. Because for me, it's been a life-changing experience that I'm going to continue. And it's just brought nothing but happiness into my life. And I feel really humbled and blessed to be part of it. And it just came at the time when I needed to rise to the next level.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Can I just say, if you're not already, please go and follow Inderpal and Pretty Elements. She's been really humble about what she does, but she makes a beautiful crystal jewellery. But everyone can make crystal jewellery. What she actually does is the sense of connection that she has with it, and the fact that when you look at the time of the month and when to make it, and praise and does mantras over it.
Yeah,
It
the mantras and
yeah, it's something incredible. I haven't yet, but I placed my order for my birthday next month, so I'm going to do that. And so do follow her, and thank you for being part of our community, and well done. This is your first live as well.
Yeah, it is. And this is it, you know what people were saying. Yeah.
I want to see you do more. I want you to, I want to see that. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for being here. How wonderful. So can I just say, so Rupi and Gurbani and Inderpal, none of these ladies have ever done an Instagram live before. And I thought it was really important. So when we were pulling this schedule together, I asked for women to come forward who had never done it, because I wanted them to do it. And the reason I want them to do it is because I want to show the world what we're doing in Inspire Club. And I want them to have the confidence to be able to do this sort of stuff without us. So, Kaveeta, hi!
Hi!
Here she is!
How are you?
Oh my God, you got so much love there. And can I first of all say, if you do join Inspire Club, you will be seeing a lot of Kaveeta, because Kaveeta is actually our community manager. So she really gets to know the ladies and supports in the hub. She does all the regional socials. So we have virtual regional socials. Kaveeta does all of that. She manages breakout rooms. She knows. I have to say, even though we have a lot of ladies, we keep our ear to the ground, that we make it our business. So if people are a little bit quiet, like Kaveeta will message me and say, I've heard from so-and-so, just a bit. And then we'll make sure that everything's okay. And the growth, this lady's growth game is something else. I literally feel like I've watched a caterpillar go through that chrysalis and come out the other end. But so Kaveeta, tell us a little bit about you and your experiences of Inspire Club and how that's been for you.
Oh my gosh, you know what? Just looking at the messages right now, it's like I thought I was gonna break down and cry. Like I was literally feeling like really emotional. But honestly, like this. So I'm Kaveeta. I'm Binda Benji's like assistant sidekick.
It's far more important than that.
And honestly, like I mean, you know, with Binda Benji, I've grown like so much, as in. Like Binda Benji has honestly been like the absolute godsend of my life. Like I know I always say this, but you honestly have.
Kaveeta, you're going off script. It's not about me.
I know, but it is as well, because like you have like honestly changed my life, because you have like in these sisters as well. The sisterhood is absolutely magic. Like, do you know like how everyone was talking about motivation, inspiration, uplifting? Like if I didn't have all of you lot, I wouldn't even be doing this live right now. That's how much I've grown, because public speaking is not my thing. So, you know, it's just, it's been absolute.
But you have, can I just say that, Kaveeta has a bold goal that we're working towards. This is just a stepping stone about the letters start with TED. So you want to do a TEDx talk, and we're going to make that happen. But you've got to build up your confidence and self-worth, and have the confirmation and support of a community that are rooting for you to say, we're going to make that happen. Like, come on, let's go. And there's been lots of love for you as well around how much we've seen your growth and your support, and what a pivotal part you are of Inspire Club, and how much you help. So even all the ladies who have done the lives who have never done one, Kaveeta's been coaching them and walking them through them. I know you've done some test runs. we take it seriously, in that we will never leave anyone out there. We want you to be supported and held, and we will do all we can to make that happen. But Kaveeta, what would you say to anyone like who is still umming and ahhing about joining us?
So I said the same thing last year and I'll say it again this year. Honestly, don't sit on the fence. Like, one, it hurts. And two, like, it's honestly pure magic. Like, go with your gut. And I think when I knew like Inspire was for me, like straight up, like my gut instinct was like join. And you'll just have a sisterhood for life. Like, these ladies have, we haven't met each other, but I know that they're like sisters for life, and that's how magical it is. Like, really.
And we are obviously planning a real life event.
Yeah.
We want to see each other, but obviously that's been stuff that's been taken out of our control. But what we have done is we've really utilised, so we have regional get-togethers. So we put women in their regional groups on our hub, and then they've met and they have virtual get-togethers. We do accountability groups, so you have small groups that you can join and you can be a part of for 2 months. That's no more than 8 women. So that's how these bonds have been deepened and nurtured. We also then have breakout rooms, which I facilitate. So everyone comes on, we have facilitators, and you join a breakout group and you can meet someone that you've never met before. We really take these bonds seriously, and it's something that's really important to me, because I've said this time and time again. All of my healing and growth and development has come from South Asian women, has come from sitting with other women and being vulnerable, bearing my heart, and allowing myself to be nurtured and held. And it's so important. So when we have these big dreams, so start a business, grow your career, do a TEDx talk. We have some, we have someone who wants to be on TV. We have people who have big goals, and we support them. We don't ever talk down to anyone. We don't say, oh, that's not, everything is possible. That's my view. Everything is possible. So how are we going to make it happen? And one of the things that we do then is, when you have 200 women, we all have our contact book and our connections, and we all go through them and bring them and say, come and join us. So we've got a few minutes left. I hope, and Kaveeta, you're welcome to stay, because you're going to do the live tomorrow. I just want to introduce that as well. I hope this has given you a snippet of what it's like in Inspire Club, and this is just a tiny snippet. But go and have a look on the website, go and have a look at the testimonials. If you know any of the women that you've seen today, if you know any of the women that have commented, go and reach out to them, ask them what they really think. But because on that, tomorrow's live is at 8 p.m. and I can't even do it. And I can't do it because I'm coaching my Elevate coaching ladies. And when this clash came up, initially it was, oh, do we move the time? So do we do the live earlier or later? Or do we postpone it? Do we cancel it? And I just felt so strongly in our community and in our women. I just thought, no, we're going to do it. And they're going to do it without me. And so Kaveeta is tomorrow going to be hosting these lives with Deepa, Rosie, Kiran and Lorna. The theme is all around Together We Rise. They have full remit to give you the tea, give you the lowdown, really tell you what happens in Inspire Club, because obviously I'm not going to be here. But Kaveeta, just before you go then, is there anything that you would say to anyone that is still thinking about it or isn't sure, or what would you say to them?
I'd still say, like, get off that fence.
You heard it, peeps. Get off that.
Just honestly follow your intuition. That's all I can say. If you think that, if you're umming and ahhing, but this is something you want to do, just follow your gut, because it brings magic into your life. And that's all I can say.
Thanks, Kaveeta. I'll let you go, my love.
Thank you.
So do join the ladies tomorrow, and these are ladies that have been part of our Inspire Club. They've been to my workshops. They've done my coaching program. They are core members of our club, and they will be able to and you can ask questions without me. It's really, I know. You're probably reading some of these comments and thinking, of course these ladies are going to say Inspire Club's brilliant, because Rupinder's sitting there, she's talking about it. But I would say join tomorrow when I'm not here, and I'm going to be on my coaching call and really ask any questions that you might have. And yeah, Rupi's just said, join us for the whole week. We're here every day this week, 8 p.m. to coincide with the Inspire Club doors opening. We only open twice a year. This is the first opening of the year. We then don't open for another 6 months. And what we do in those 6 months is, and this is the reason why I've not done any Instagram lives in 6 months, is because my attention, all of my attention and focus is then on my members and my clients. And I'm very, very clear about where my priority is and what I choose to focus on. And I choose to focus all my efforts and energy on that. I focus on them getting the transformations and getting the help and getting the support that they need to get them to where they are, so that when we open in another 6 months, they have a story, a compelling story to share about what it's like to be in Inspire Club. So ladies, thanks so much for joining us. So many brilliant comments. I can't keep up with them. And the shame is that when you save these videos now, we don't get to keep the comments. But I hope that has given you insight. Join us tomorrow, same time, same place. And until then, join us. Come and join Inspire Club. We'd love, 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 love to welcome you.